Hello everyone, I am Rushali Karte, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Sri Muktananda College, Gangapur District, Aurangabad, Maharashtra. So today I would like to discuss with you about the energy storage technologies and basically the supercapacitors, because the supercapacitors are one of the newly emerging efficient energy storage technologies. So why energy? So if we see, the humanity's top 10 problems for next 50 years will be energy, water, food, environment, poverty, terrorism and war, disease, education, democracy, population. Population is very important factor, because if we see in 2050 the population was 2.7 billion, and it is considered that in 2050 the population is going to increase about 10 billion people. So if the population is increasing so tremendously, so obviously we are going to face the energy crisis. So if we have to stop this energy crisis, we need to find some efficient energy storage technologies. So what are the energy sources we are using? So basically these energy sources are categorized into two types that we all know, that is non-renewable energy sources and renewable energy sources. In non-renewable energy sources, we mostly focus on the fossil fuels, but because of the increasing demand, the fossil fuels, the supply of fossil fuels is going to decrease, and eventually the price of fossil fuels is going to increase in next few years. So we need to focus on the utilization of the renewable sources for energy production for the next few years. So in our India, the renewable energy sources contributes to 77 gigawatt of the total demand of 271 gigawatt as recorded from the 31st March 2050. So Government of India has set the targets which will take the total renewable capacity to almost 175 gigawatt by the end of 2020. This will include the 60 gigawatt from the wind power, 100 gigawatt from solar power, 10 gigawatt from biomass power and 5 gigawatt from small hydropower, and also we are focusing on the nuclear powers also. But the problem with this renewable energy is that these sources of renewable energy are intermittent. That means we cannot ensure the availability of the sources for whole year. So suppose the solar power or the wind power, we cannot ensure the availability of a wind or the solar power for whole the year. So we need to require to find some efficient energy storage technologies. So nowadays these nanostructures are gaining the more importance in case of energy storage. So what are nanomaterials? Nanomaterials or the nanophase materials are the materials which are made up of the grains that are about 100 nanometer or less than 100 nanometer in diameters, and they are having the less than few hundred thousands of atoms in it. So why nanostructures are getting that much importance in energy technology? That is because of their advantages. So they are having the advantages, that is modified physical and also the chemical properties, such as a large surface area, because the surface to volume ratio in case of nanostructure materials is very high. So it is providing large surface area. Because of the large surface area, they are having the high reactivity also. They are mechanically strong, and some of them are optically active in their nanophase than the bulk phase. So they are also having many applications such as nanomedicines, industrial applications, also in the cosmetics, and most importantly in energy applications. So some, if we see the energy storage technologies, these are categorized mostly into these three types actually: the capacitors, batteries, and the fuel cells. If we consider our conventional capacitor energy storage technology, the capacitors are having very high specific power, but they are having the low specific energy. And if you consider the batteries are having a high specific energy, but they are having a low specific power. So if we see here the supercapacitor, which bridges the gap between the capacitors and the batteries, providing the high specific power along with the high specific energy. And that's why the supercapacitors are getting more important in energy storage technologies. So we need to focus on the supercapacitor to as a efficient energy storage technologies. So what are supercapacitors? If we compare the supercapacitors with the batteries, these are a few points for the comparison. Batteries are having the high specific energy than the supercapacitors, but the supercapacitors can generate the 10 to 100 times more powers than the batteries. If we consider the batteries, they are a low temperature dependence, and capacitors are also having low temperature dependence, and batteries are having unlimited cyclability, and so as the supercapacitors also having unlimited cyclability. But in case of batteries, they are having slow charging and discharging. But in case of supercapacitor, they provide fast charging. So that is the advantage here. Also, use of toxic chemical make the batteries unfriendly for the environment. But if we choose the proper materials for the supercapacitors can be environmentally friendly. So what are supercapacitors? Supercapacitors, or they are also named as electrochemical capacitors, or they can also called as ultra capacitors. They are having given the great consideration because of their high specific power. They are having sensibly high energy density, and also they because of their long cycle life, and they are providing the fast charge discharge processes also. The most widely used active electrode materials for the supercapacitors are the carbon conducting polymers and transition metal oxides. Supercapacitor exhibit very high degree of reversibility in repetitive charge discharge cycle. So if we consider the types of supercapacitors, the supercapacitors are mainly categorized into these three types. It is double layer capacitors, pseudo capacitors, and hybrid capacitors. This double layer capacitor stores the charges in electrostatical process, that is Helmholtz layer. In pseudocapacitors, it stores the charges electrochemically. And in case of hybrid capacitors, it can store the charges both electrostatically and electrochemically. Again, these double layer capacitors can be categorized into three types depending upon the which material is used. So the materials can be activated carbons, or it can be carbon aerogels, or it can be carbon nanotubes. And in case of pseudo capacitors, the materials used can be conducting polymers or the metal oxides. In case of hybrid capacitors, one can use the composite hybrids, asymmetric hybrids, or the battery type of hybrids. Hybrids is nothing but the hybrid of double layer capacitors and pseudo capacitors. For example, one can use the carbon nanotubes from the double layer capacitor material, and we can make a hybrid with the metal oxides from the pseudo capacitive material. So it will give you the hybrid capacitor. So these are the types of supercapacitors. So that's it for the today. In the next lecture, we are going to see all these three types in details and more about the supercapacitor. So that's it for the today. Thank you.